Hello, very good morning to one and all, and namaste. So today we are planning to do Bharatanatyam, which is an Indian classical dance form. It's difficult to pronounce, but we will come to it in a minute. So this is one of the most popular Indian classical dance forms from India. There are 8 classical dance forms, and this is said to be one of the oldest form. So this is more like in England, it's more like a ballet. It has a. I have done one session in Virtual Village Hall before, which was like introduction to basics. So this session is going to be continuous for 5-6 sessions, and then we are going to learn few of the basic steps, and I'm going to introduce some name, and I'm also going to teach you one dance which will be spread out in few sessions. So this is the plan for the sessions, which is going to happen continuously for few weeks. So this will be the first session, so you can keep track of this, like it would say Bharatanatyam 1, 2, 3. So few things before starting is, this is a very classic dance form, and this has some rules to be followed and how we do it. So it has a systematic way of learning. So I'm going to do this very slowly, so that it gives you enough time to learn, focus, and at the end of the day you'll feel happy that you've learned a very traditional dance form from India. So that's what I am aiming to give you through these sessions. You can always leave comments, which I will answer. And firstly, we are going to learn how to say this, because this is a complex word. So normally when I do workshops, what I tend to do is I say Indian classical dance form. But because you're in this session and you're listening to me, I think it's good to learn how to pronounce this word. It is Bharata and Natyam. So Bharata Natyam. Bharata Natyam. Natyam means is dance. And Bharata is again split into 3 words, which we will talk later again. So we're going to learn Bharatanatyam. It's very exciting because you're going to learn one of the oldest traditional forms in its best. Firstly, we are going to learn how we start, but before that, we have to learn warm up. It is very, very, very important that you do warm up before doing Bharatanatyam, because we tend to use mostly our legs, and we are sat like this most of the times while we are dancing. So we need to really strengthen these muscles, and then we have to have stiff hands most of the time. So we have to give good exercise for our hands and legs. So that is the very, very important thing before doing Bharatanatyam. So I will go through a few important small warm-up like a chunks to improve your leg strength and hand and all that, and then we can go through the session that learn the steps. So this is going to be like, you will learn basic steps how you will traditionally learn in a dance class. Like if you went to ballet, they will have few steps, say 1, 2, 3 steps. So like that, I'm going to teach you basic steps, because this is an art form which you cannot learn it in an half an hour session or a 1 hour session. I have been learning this art form for 25 years now, not an exaggeration. Whenever I go back to India, I still go back to my dance class, and I have been my teacher tells me off saying, sit more, have your hands stiff, and I always learn. When I go, I take opportunity to learn new things. So there's an art form which you can not say, I have learned an art form like Bharatanatyam. It's not at all. It's impossible to do that for anybody. It's a process that we go. So I'm very happy that I don't know how many of you are here. I cannot see the comments, but if you are making the choice of learning this, I would really wish you all the very best, and I hope you enjoy this process of learning a traditional art form. So, firstly, we will start with our warm up, just a mild one. We'll take it slowly. So, we want first to move our hands, wrist. So, we'll be using a lot of hands. So, we're just going to do this. And then we want to, most of the movements in this dance form is we have a hand stiff like this. So we will use lots of fingers. So we need to really give some exercise for that. And then we will extend this, keep it straight. And then we will place the hands on a shoulder, and then we want to rotate. And stretch your arms. And small circles. And then a little big circle and a bigger circle. So when I do these sessions in my dance class, they're mostly children who start from 5 years old. When they're 5 years is when I take. So I tend to say, can you swim? Imagine that you're swimming at front strokes and then the back strokes. So that's enough exercise for our arms, and then we move on to our waist. Waist, again, we use a lot of it because we are going to sit like that. So I always tend to say, when you are giving exercise for your waist, it's not just rotating like this. That will not help. You will have to make sure you're stretching enough and hold there for, 4 seconds or 5 seconds, and then push yourself like that for 3-4 seconds. That will help you stretch. And then forward, keeping your back straight. So let's try one more, the other way around. So push and keep it, hold it for some time. Push, hold it, and then this side. And then we're going to bend forward. So that's the waist exercise. We're going to give a little bit of chest push. So we need that moving. That will help you with the shoulders. Okay, so now we move on to our thighs. So as I said, we need to really strengthen our thigh muscles, knees, and legs. So I am pushing my legs a little bit wider. That's wider than my shoulder level. So, and then I am turning both my legs out. So the toes face both the walls. And then you go on your toes and stay there for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Relax. And this itself will be hurting if you're not tend to using your muscles a lot. But you can do it very slowly. If you can't hold for 3 counts, do a count, 1 count. So we're going to sit, half sit, and go 1. Relax, stand up. So let's try that again. 1, 1, 1. Relax. If you can do a little more, so you can go for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's our strengthening our thighs, and then we go to our knees. Then we hold our knees, and then we bend, and then we want to rotate. So this is, I would say, a part of our body which is not, we don't give exercise a lot to our knees. But it is very important as we get older to keep it moving. And this is one of the best exercises I do for my knees. You can do 3 each, but you will have to be very slow with this. Don't be in a hurry to do this. So I'm going to do another 3, the other way around. Okay. So we will have to move our ankles because we will use a lot of it. If you want, you can hold and do that. And then we want to, again, if you want support, hold somewhere and then keep it closer to your body. That's 1. And you keep it away from your body. That's 2. Let's try the other side. Keep it closer to your body. 1. Away from your body. 2. This will help the thighs. It will really stretch it. It's very good for dancers. 1, 2. Normally we tend to go on our toes, tippy toe, and then walk around for giving some exercise for our toes. Hi Erin, welcome. Hi Jocelyn, I hope I'm spelling your name right. Welcome to the session. We're doing Indian classical dance today. We're still doing a warm-up. Please join in and do the warm-up, and then we can start a session in a minute or 2. So we're going to spread the legs out and then bend slightly, stand up, and then bend slightly. We need to push a little more. 1, 2, 3. So if you notice, I open my legs and then I'm turning my right leg towards right side, and then 1, 2, 3. So the same way, left, 1, 2, 3. So the best sort of stretch I like is, I love doing this. It really give you a good stretch. Need to stretch. Need to keep your back straight when you bend forward. And go and hold your ankle or down, however far you can go. If you cannot go to your ankle, it's okay. You can hold wherever you want, but don't overdo, please. So I can go to the floor and I will hold for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And roll back. Do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. So that was a quick warm-up. Normally in our class, regular sessions, when we spend more time doing this. It's important we give good warm-up for all the muscles, especially when we are doing a dance form like Bharatanatyam. So let's start. So before starting to dance, I need to teach you a few basic hand gestures which we will be using, and then we can learn the leg movements. Normally in any classical forms, there's 2 things to it. One is the leg work which we do using our legs. There will be a lot of rhythms using our legs, that's feet. And then the second thing is we use our hands, wherein we'll use a lot of hand gestures. And the third thing is facial expressions. We always tend to keep smiling and very expressive. It's an expressive dance form. So these 3 are very important for this dance form. The first thing is we'll learn the hand gestures, and then we're going to put it together with the leg moves. So first, we're going to have our hands. So this is a little bit, you need to be a little bit attentive to this. So we want our thumb and the index finger and the middle finger. And remember, it's always important, because some of them tend to hold like this. It's better we hold it stiff like this. So this is, all these hand gestures have different names in the dance form. We'll not go into it. It is really intricate and complex to learn all that. But if you're interested, you can always learn it. I will put some links below in the comment sections. You can go and have a look how to learn the hand gestures. So again, let's go through it again. So show me your palm like that, palm facing out. And then we're going to have index finger and the thumb, and then middle finger, and then we hold it near our chest. So when we hold it near our chest, we should make sure that you tend to hold like this. So it's always being active while you dance. So you have to be proactive while you dance. You can't have like that. So that's a very important thing when you do Indian classical dance forms. So we want our shoulders up and hands near your chest. We don't want it to be falling down like that. And the distance is 2 fists away from the body. So let's try that again. Like you're taking a pinch of salt or something. And then, so this is the first hand move, okay? And then we're going to use another hand move, which is really simple one. This is thumbs up. We're going to invert and use it. So we're going to go hold it on your shoulder, and then we're going to take it straight. So let's try that again from here. You're going to take it back and bring it front and hold it like that. Okay. And then we're going to touch the floor. And this is a form of asking sorry to the floor because we're going to dance on it. That's the tradition of doing. This is called Namaskaram, the tradition of doing before any sort of dance. We do this in Indian classical dance form. So let's learn with the hands and leg movement. So it's a simple movement. We just have to tap 2 steps. So the hand gesture is what I mentioned. We're going to hold it near our chest. We're going to stand straight, hold your core tight, and then we're going to tap 1, 2. That's it. So let's try that again. 1, 2. And then thumbs up. And then we're going to stretch. And then we're going to draw it on the shoulder. And then we're going to take it back. So all this happens in 1 count. So this is 1 count, 1, 2. And this will be the 3rd count. Let's try that again. 1, 2. And 1. That's it. And now we're going to sit down. If you cannot sit down, don't worry. You can just touch like that. But while we are going to sit down, we're going to turn our knees out. And then we're going to sit on our toes and touch the floor. 1, 2, 3. And then we have flower hands and take it all the way up. So let's try it with the music. So I'll before that I'll do once again sitting down. So we're going to have we'll have our hands here straight, sitting down and touch the floor, and then we're going to do 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Keep your body straight, and from here we're going to have flower hands. Take it all the way up, and then this is Namaste. 2, 3. We do Namaste 3 times. 1. Above your head, 2, above your forehead, 3, near your chest. So I'll teach you only the last bit, which is the Namaskaram. After we sit down, we're going to touch the floor. 1, 2, 3. And then we have flower hands. You get flower hands by holding your fingers like that. So take it all the way up. 1 above your head, 2 on your forehead, and 3. So we're going to do this with music now. Okay. Are we ready?
1, 2,
stretch. Turn your knees out, sit down. 1, 2, 3. Flower hands. Let's try that again. So I should have warned you, it will be a little bit faster than what we did. Yeah. So it's going to be slightly faster, but always you can go back to this video, learn it slowly, and then try it with the music. Let me do it once again with the music.
1, 2,
1, 2, that was the first step. So now we're going to learn the basic movement. So when we learn it in lessons, we go very slowly. We make sure that the body posture is right and all that. But because this is a live session, I am going to simplify the learning process and teach you only one or two basic steps in a session, and then we go to a dance which I'm going to teach you. So the first very basic step we have to definitely learn, isn't it? Because then you can always say, I'm learning Bharatanatyam, and the first step is this. And people will know that you're definitely learning Bharatanatyam. So that's why I want you to learn the first basic step, which is very important. And then I'll teach you one more step, and then we are going to start learning the dance piece. So the first basic step is so the holding the postures are very important in Bharatanatyam. So the first posture is standing straight. So always we tend to keep our feet closer, and then we tend to keep our body straight, arms pushed back, and then core tight. Core tight is a very important key in this dance form. I'm going to remove this so that you can see the core and posture correctly. So you need to hold your core tight, and then your hands and body straight, push your shoulders back. So this is the first basic posture. And then the second basic posture is opening up your knees and half sit. This is called half sit posture, where we will be using this posture in most of the dance. So this is very important to get it right. So what I tend to tell my students when they are learning this is, you keep your feet closer and then open up your legs and then try to half sit. Because sometimes what happens is the children tend to, push like this, and sit down. Then that's going to be very difficult for them to learn, because how much you can turn is how much you can turn. You can work towards improving your posture through warm up and other things. But first day is impossible to get straight up a good Aramandi posture. This is half sit posture. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to aim to keep our feet closer and open up and leave it there as far as it goes. We don't want to push it too much. And then we're going to try and half sit. If you cannot do this posture, that's absolutely fine. You can stand and try it. Yeah, you can stand and try the stamping. So normally we tend to stamp one each time. I'm going to go to two straight away. So 2 taps in each leg is what we're going to do. You have to hold your core tight and hold your hands on your waist, and then we're going to tap 2 counts on each leg. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. If you notice me, I'm not doing that movement, so you don't shift your body weight. You have to hold it. That's why it's very important to hold your core tight and keep it in place, so that you just move your legs. We want to only move your legs. So 1, 2, 1, 2. It's okay if you cannot sit in that position. We can still stand and do those beats. Yeah. So we're going to do this with music. So, Tattadavu 1.
Tattadavu 1. Start with
your right leg.
Yeah.
I am mirroring you. Good.
Yeah.
2 counts on each leg.
Yeah.
If you cannot sit in half sit position, you can stand. It's slightly faster. So that is the first step. Hi, Alan. Okay, so I hope you were able to do that. I know it is slightly difficult, but if you keep doing it, you will definitely get it. Go back to the video and do it slowly. You will get it. So now we go on to the third step, which is 3 taps on each leg. To make it more interesting, I want to do in the class, we will just do only legs because we want to give strength to the legs. So we will go on tapping our feet until 8 counts. And we don't do hand movements or moving here and there because that improves your basic posture a lot. But because this is the first session, we don't want to take it that high. We're going to keep it very simple, low key for these sessions. So now we're going to do the third step. So third step is 3 beats. So it will go the thigh. That's the third step. So for the third step, this tapping is same. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 with the leg. 3 counts with the leg. But I'm going to slightly move to right, to left while I am doing it. We can do it in a minute, but I want to teach you the hand movements for that. So you remember the first one, what we did? The same thing. And then we are going to open our hands to show, this is like a half flower or a flower. Yeah. So how we get this is we want our hands, fingers spread out nicely. And then we will push this little finger down. When you push it down like that, you get a nice flower. So the important thing is we have to have all the fingers stretched. If it is bent, it doesn't look that good. And it's very important that all the lines are sharp in this form of dance, the Indian classical dance. So we want to spread all the fingers and push our ring finger down. So we're going to do from here. From here, we're going to go there. So let me sing it for you. Did, tai. We'll have to come back and then we go did, tai. So we do one at a time. So I'm going to stretch it to one side and then I'm going to do did. So you can't see from here. Let me go back. So we're going to do did, tai. So we're going to open did, tai. Did, tai. Did, tai. So we want that hands stretched and then we also open at the same time. So it's also important to keep your hands straight. Remember when we did the warm-up, I said we have to hold the hands straight. So in this form of dance, wherever we have our hands, so this is mostly, the Bharatanatyam dance style works geometrically. So everywhere it's like, it's either straight line or a diagonal. So you can't take it closer to the body like this. This doesn't work well. So it's here, straight, and then there, diagonal and straight. So we don't have anything in between, So it will be either here or there. So you should have that sort of a distance between your hands. So let's try only the hands now. So we're going to go from here, then, tai, then, tai, then, tai, then, tai. We'll have to open up nicely. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, go. Then, tai, then, tai, then, tai, then, tai. If you see, I'm bending towards the body, and again, you don't bend in. You have to bend proportionate to your body. So that's the thing. Let's try it with the legs now. So we're going to have 3 counts. If you cannot sit in this posture, that's absolutely fine. You can stand straight and do. I will show you both. So if you're standing straight, you go then, tai, then, tai. We're going to swap legs if you're doing the standing posture. Yeah, then, tai. You have to hold your hands here. I'm sorry. You have to hold your hands here. Then, tai, then, tai, then, tai, then, tai. As for standing, if you're sitting and doing, it's slightly different. So you hold it there and you tap 3 counts in the same place because we are sitting in half sitting. So we go then, tai, then, tai, then, tai, then, Right. Okay. So let's try it with the music now. I hope you're able to follow what I'm saying, and I hope I'm not fast. After this step, I'm going to do a small dance. Yeah, I'm going to start off with the dance form, and then that will be continued in the next session. Now let's do the third step. Yeah.
Tatadawu 3. Dalangut tadikutatatadhin kilatombe. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Taka. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Thinking not
We're going to do faster. If you're standing and doing, let me do that for you. If you're standing and doing, let's do. For those of you who are trying to stand and do, not sit in half sitting posture.
3. Dalangut tadikutatatadhin kilatombe. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Taka.
Fast.
Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Red tayi. Thinking not so taka. Red tayi. 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 Thinking not so. Red tayi. Red.
Well done, all of you. If you are following just fine, Jocelyn, that's brilliant. Sorry, I did third speed as well. If you're doing third speed, it might be difficult. When I do it in the class, my students go third speed. So no worry, you will get it as you're practicing. So if you want to drink, I want to drink. So if you want to have a sip of water. And if you have any questions, please ask me in the comment sections, and I will be very happy to show you whatever extra moves you are asking for, or I'll be happy to answer all your questions about the dance form or about what I do as a. It is very as a South Asian dancer in UK. It is hard to keep your own traditional dance and do shows with them, and but it is very nice because there's arts council who supports, and see virtual village hall is supporting a very traditional dance form. So we do get a lot of support, but we have to really work hard to show this is a very traditional dance form which is really very less popular. So I would actually like to take this opportunity to thank the virtual village hall for promoting such very unique dance forms also. They've given me a few sessions to show you this form. So I hope all of you can attend and, try to learn something from a very different culture and tradition. So now let's move on to the dance, what I was saying. We're going to learn a very small dance piece. And this song is a very special one. I've borrowed it from one of my friends, a dance company. I would like to thank them now, Annapurna Indian Dance, who's kindly given this music. This is a dance which talks about Lord Ganesha. I don't know how many of you know, but in Indian tradition, we have a elephant-headed god called Ganesha. I do have a statue here, which I would like to show. So this is Ganesha. So if you can see, he has an elephant head, and a human body. In this one, he's playing flute. Generally, he's probably having his hand in a blessing posture. In most of the other forms, but here I like this one because it was gifted to me from a friend of mine. It's got a flute. He's playing flute, sort of a thing. But you can see the tusk and elephant head with all the crown and everything. So we are going to learn a dance which talks about Ganesha. So that is Ganesha for you. Um, and this was bought in England actually. This was available in TK Maxx. Apparently, you can see a lot of Ganesha posters, Ganesha idols in TK Maxx. I have seen them before. So, in how we can show the elephant in dance is what we're going to learn first, and how we're going to show Ganesha and what we're going to talk about Ganesha is what we're going to explain. So these dance forms, almost all the traditional Indian classical dance forms talk about, they have a story to say mostly. We use our body, hands, hand gestures, and feet and face to say stories. So that is a very important point when you're talking about an Indian classical dance form. After moving to UK, I have adapted few styles which can talk more, like I am doing a project called Morris Natyam, not Bharatanatyam, Morris Natyam. It's a Morris dance is an English folk, but I have fused it with Bharatanatyam. So we try to see different things. So in this song, what I am going to play for you is also an English song. So we're going to dance for English song. For the 5,000-year-old classical dance is going to be done for English track. So that's one thing what I wanted to talk about. So how we're going to do this, it's a line which we have to describe first. Who is welcome in the house is the line. So simple. It's a very simple line. So how do we show it in dance is what we're going to learn. So we have our hands like this, like thumbs up, and then we're going to ask who. I always say it's you have to talk to yourself while dancing because that will bring out on your face. So we don't move our lips though. You're asking who. Who is welcome? So you're welcoming somebody. So you just say come in like that. So hold your hands like this for that. Or if you cannot, it's okay to hold just like this as well. But in dance, we tend to hold. So 3 fingers down, we want the thumb and the little finger out. And then we invite somebody home. So welcome. Who is welcome in the... So this is how we show the house. So we show it like this, house. So like the... So you can show it like this as well, as if you're entering the house. But we're going to show only this. Who is welcome in the house? And it is funny because, the vehicle which the Ganesha travels is mouse. So mouse is how we show like this. See, you have to hold all your fingers together, and then we're showing mouse like that. Sitting on a little mouse is the line. So we are showing Ganesha sitting on a little mouse. So let's try that. The whole line. So as I mentioned, the line is very important because we're saying a story. You need to know the line. Who is welcome in the house? Sitting on a little mouse is what we're going to do. So we're going to ask, who is welcome in the house? Sitting on a little mouse. And that's Ganesha. So how do we show Ganesha? As I showed you the idol, Ganesha is an elephant-headed man. So we want to show Ganesha like this. Let's keep our fingers, the thumb open. And then we are trying to show the elephant's ear. So that's Ganesha. So we want to move our head and body. Okay. So for Ganesha, we are going to do a different leg movement. So now let me go through once all the hand gestures, then I will show you how to do the leg movements for that. So let's do it again. Please join in and say, who is welcome in the house? Sitting on a little mouse. Ganesha. Ganesha. If you watch me, I'm doing Ganesha 1. I'm turning slightly to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, left, and left, right. Center. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Right, center, left, and center. Ganesha. Okay. Shall we put it together with the music? So at the very beginning, we're just going to do Namaste and then start the dance. Let's do the first line with the music. The Ganesha alone, there's a leg movement which I will teach you after doing the first line. Okay, so who is welcome for you now?
Welcome in my house, sitting on a little mouse. Ganesha, Ganesha, your heart's an elephant's head.
Let's try that again. It will be, when I'm teaching you, I will really make it slow, but when it comes with the track, it's slightly fast. So let me sing it for you, though I'm not good with my voice. My voice is not that good. But please adjust and then we can start. So I'll sing it like a poem. I will not sing. Ready? 1, 2. So we're going to ask who is welcome. We're going to step one step forward. Who is welcome in the house? We're standing straight only for this. For sitting on a little mouse, let's do the half sit. Sitting on a little mouse. And then we're going to do Ganesha movement. So how do we do Ganesha? So we're going to Ganesha. So we're going to tap 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2. Ganesha, Ganesha. So we're lifting our legs. So half sit and then tap right, lift your left leg. Left, right leg. Right, if you cannot half sit, that's okay. You still can stand straight and lift your legs. Shall we try it again with the music? Yeah, we're doing only the first line. Who is welcome in the house, sitting on a little mouse? Ganesha, Ganesha, your heart's an elephant's head. So that's the first line. I hope you've enjoyed it. I would like to, do a little cool down as well. So I'm going to take 5 minutes for that because there's a lot of work going on in your body. So it's very important you do a little bit of cool down after any classical dance forms or any sort of dancing. It will not take long, but it will really help your body. I hope you have enjoyed. After finishing the dance, I will share the music for you in the comment section as well. I will be able to, if you have any questions, as I said, please ask me. I will answer all the comments in a day or two. So we will do a small cool down session before leaving. Please don't leave before doing any cool down. Yeah. So we want to just relax, like we want to shake our hands. I tend to say shake it up. So nicely, and then move your shoulders, and then we want to look up, down, up, down and then rotate. And then this sort of rolling down again helps. So keep the stretch and hold your legs. And then you're going to stretch back again. And then we're going to loosen up our legs now. And then this time we hold it here. And if you want support, please hold anything closer to you. And then we're going to hold it there. And then we want to do this tiptoe again to relax. You don't want to overdo, but just relax. And that's it for the session. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining in. Please leave your comments. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Namaste.